to show you my love, and you are out here in dreamland. Everything I've ever done for you means nothing because I didn't do what Troy did to Gabrielle.
As a girl, my baby hates this. David absolutely hates this. I compare my body shape, and this is so common. Like every girl does this. I don't know
But
a
just
single
because
girl.
it's common, it doesn't mean that it's something you should entertain.
Exactly. I know that exactly, baby. That's I like. We women. It's so easy for us to compare, like our bodies to the next girl. We don't even know that girl. We don't know that she has had liposuction. We don't know that she has had 45 surgeries to get the body that she has. We don't know that she stabbed herself when she was 14 to get where she is. We don't know any of that. We just look at her and say, we want that. And it's very important. Even as guys, I can't speak for guys, but I can imagine. You see a guy, he's rich, he's, feeling himself, he's dressed in all types of, expensive luxuriness. And you see him, you're like, man, he got it all together. We don't know his backstory. His dad could run a multi-million company. He could be a drug dealer on the side. We don't know any of that. We don't know the depth. But we make most assumptions out of just, what did I write? You make most comparisons out of assumptions. And girls, please, I beg you, as a child of God now, every time you're about to compare yourself to the booty of that girl in the gym who's doing 35 squats and you can only get up to 5. No, okay? You poison your mind. You devalue yourself.
I want to quickly touch on guys with muscles and abs. Okay, I want to ask everybody. Okay, I want to because I remember I've had an experience like this. We've never spoken about this, babe. Like I've had an experience where I was seeing someone, and there is this thing, and this person was Caucasian. Okay, so it makes sense. So, we had this thing, or they started talking about this thing called celebrity crush. I'm not a fan of celebrity crush. What do you guys think about dating and still having celebrity crushes? And actually talking about, oh my goodness, my celebrity crush is this person or that person or this person. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that celebrity crushes should be a thing, or is it just me? What do you think, babe?
At first, I thought nothing of it. Like when people said, oh, celebrity crushes are good or whatever. Like, I thought nothing of it. Every girl was doing it, so I was like, oh my god, who's my celebrity crush? So I had like a couple celebrity crushes growing up, so I never thought too much about it. It's until I met this one. My whole life got turned around now. And he was like, do you have a celebrity crush? And I think I said yes. And then you were like, you know what, and then he told me, he was like, that's not a good thing to have because you then compare who you have to that celebrity. Yeah.
And I personally think any celebrity is a human being. So if you have your eyes on a celebrity, you actually have your eyes on another dude, and it's still considered as cheating to me.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Because the celebrity, just because he's a celebrity, it doesn't mean he's not another dude. Even if he's in America or like he already has a wife or whatever, you actually have no right to be like, oh my goodness, what's on Jamie Foxx is hot. No, you might as well say your neighbor is hot. That's my take. I think it's toxic because it's the whole comparison thing where. Because celebrities are made out to have this perfect persona. And so it can get frustrating for the other person where they'll look at the celebrity who's got this perfect six-pack and they'll look at you, I've been trying to get six-packs, but I've ended up with 6 rolls. And so like, it's not worked out for me, but it's not a good feeling knowing that my girl's going to be looking at some six-pack somewhere else. And I got nothing for it. Yeah.
it goes back to devaluing that person. Like you said, it doesn't make you feel good knowing that I have a crush. Oh, confession. I had a crush on Jason Derulo from like since I was like 12, I swear. But and then it
I had a crush on Jessica Malboy for a long time. I was her number one fan from the time that she actually went on Australian Idol.
Oh, me, it was Jason Derulo.
I thought I was gonna marry her.
I fantasized about Jason Derulo. Like, you know the song What You Say? Oh, when it came out, I was that chick. I was that one. In the back seat. What you say? That was me. But like you said, it just devalues the other person. If I knew David was comparing me to Jessica Marble, this rich, talented, international singer.
By the way, you look 100% more beautiful than her. Like, I'm a lucky girl.
Stop! I know.
I'm serious. Like, it's no joke. Like,
hey,
she ain't
because
got
you're in
nothing
love
to do.
with my heart.
No, baby. Like, your heart is pretty, but like, your body and your
Stop
face.
it! Stop it! Stop it! Seriously, it's PG. Stop it! Seriously. But it goes back to that whole devaluing the other person. If I knew he was comparing me to Jessica Malboy, like every time he hears a song, he's just like, "Wow, this girl is amazing." I would feel like I cannot compete with Jessica Malboy. Like, it's Jessica Malboy. So it just devalues me. It's like, oh, I guess I'm less than this girl. I'll always come second to this girl. It's not well for the other person. So to all my girls, all my guys who are in relationships currently and are watching this, or those young ones who are just single, going into relationships, do not compare your other half with your partner, your boyfriend or whatever, to a celebrity and make it known that they're being compared to a celebrity, or just even announcing.
It's fine to admire somebody, but the moment you start saying, "Oh, he's my celebrity crush," that's where it's like, it's actually pretty, because like the whole celebrity crush thing, it's actually pretty silly because it's like, it's almost sexual. Well, it is pretty much sexual. It's like sexual. Meaning like, which celebrity would you do, kind of thing. It's like that's your celebrity crush. Do you get what I mean? It's like, who are you sexually attracted to? Which celebrity? And it's not a good mindset to have. But I'm like, babe, like, me, like I challenge mindsets a lot. Even my own mindset.
Even mine.
Especially like, we've got a whole list of things I've challenged.
Oh my god, guys. I love my baby, don't get me wrong. But you're not wrong when you say you challenge myself. Oh man, like I've done more studying about myself in the last year we've been dating than since I was born.
It's actually a good thing, because this is the thing. Society has fed us stuff, and we usually compare ourselves, like the reality of life, right? Our own personal lives, our own personal walks, with what's around us, or what's in our TVs, or what you hear and what you see. And so it's just messy, and sometimes you actually end up not even figuring out who you are. You end up not figuring out your place in the world, because you've got all of these things that's probably not working out for you, because you've actually sometimes if you think about it deep enough, your life ends up bad after all, because everybody's living this persona. Because it's like, another thing, comparison is in social media. It's like people have this, people show the beautiful side of their life, or only when they go on holidays, and it feels like they're always on holidays, or it feels like they got money, but pretty much they're broke. But like, you're always comparing. Like, I think for me, this is really, really important for you guys, because it's actually okay to actually step outside of this whole thing called society and actually think about your life on your own, in your own way. And I think I've been able to do that for me because I've been like a lone ranger for a long time. Like I most of the time I'm by myself. And so I think about me a lot. So yeah.
Selfish.
I am like
selfish. Also, one thing that you said before we started, I'm taking back my point, baby. You will not take it out of me. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is you.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Thank you. He stole it off me after I helped him get there. I'm claiming it back, guys. Know your identity. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is you. Yeah. Not your sister, not your mom. You. You know yourself. You know the way you think yourself.
Yeah.
So you are able to figure out, engage whether the way you are now is better or worse than where you were before. And if it's worse than where you were before, do not take it as a negative, but allow that to be a motivator, an encouragement to go further, to keep working harder. So the only person you should ever compare yourself to is you. I look at my past experience and be like, I've done this before, I've been there before, so now I want to be further. If I look at my finances, where I was 2 years ago to where I am right now, it's a much better place. I'm comparing myself to myself, not my sister. Her finances could have skyrocketed like crazy. She could have 50K in her account. And if I compare my 10 or whatever K to my sister, I'll be like, man, I'm poor. But because I'm looking at myself and looking at my past and being like, yeah, 2 years ago I was at $300. Now I'm at this amount. That's a great improvement. Well done, Atida. Keep going. And instead, I could use my sister as a motivator. She's at 50K. I'm going to be at 100K. But not devaluing myself, but instead using myself as my own encouragement to get where I want to be.
Yeah. So, yeah, so like when you look at somebody else, or when you look at another couple or whatever, the only thing that you should use, it should be to actually borrow what's working for them. Okay, it should be more of a learning thing. For example, if I look at another couple and they look happy, my job is to not assume the reason why they are like that. So if I look at another couple, if I consume, then I start comparing. But if I actually go to them and be like, hey, I'm struggling with my relationship. I see that you guys are happy. What are some things that you guys are doing, for things to work out, right? And then two things may happen. First thing would be like, we hate each other. This is just a persona. Or the other thing could happen is like, yeah, we're actually generally, things are working out. This is what we did. We've been through this. And then that's called learning. You learn, you actually borrow what's working for them and put it in your relationship and see if it works. But, where comparison is wrong is when I actually assume. So I want to encourage you, like, if you see somebody that may have a better life than you or whatever, and you feel the urge of comparing yourself to them, instead of assuming, oh my goodness, they're more amazing than I am or whatever, actually go up to them and be like, hey, you look pretty fit, you look pretty healthy. Like, I've been struggling, with the diet or whatever, do you mind telling me what you've been doing, for it to work? And in that way, they'll be able to tell you, and you'll be able to actually borrow what worked for them. And so the only time you should compare yourself, the only time you should compare is with yourself. And that's actually called growth. It's like, hey, I am better today than I was yesterday. I think that's really, 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 really important, baby. You're awesome. You made that awesome point. And yeah.
I have a question. How do you deal when someone is comparing you to someone else?
If you have a friend and they're constantly comparing you to another person, it's time to actually leave that friendship. It's a wrap.
Yeah. I'm gonna head out of here, like, for real. But girl, that's why as a Christian child, you should know your value. You can't be letting nobody bully you or kick you around. Because if you don't know your worth, you allow that comparison to happen. You be like, okay, yeah, maybe I am. Okay, maybe she's right. Maybe that girl is prettier than me. That scar you have is on purpose. That acne you have is on purpose. If you don't know that, you allow him to kick you around and tell you all these things. And that's what we call emotional abuse. So run.
I think we're coming to an end, or we've come to an end. That is pretty much it, guys. I hope this has really, really helped you. Yeah, what do you say, baby? We're finishing up.
Comparison is poison. Unless you're comparing
Comparison.
yourself to yourself, comparison is poison.
And learn to ask questions if you see somebody who's actually living a life that you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or desire. Work
Yeah,
hard.
because there's nothing wrong with like looking at somebody and be like, oh, that, I want that. It's actually okay. But just do it in a healthy way, and the way you do it is usually go to them and ask them. And because comparison is poison. So there you go. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow us on our Instagram. And that's pretty much it. God bless you. And we pray that you live a comparison-free life in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Hi, guys.
See you guys next week.
See you next week. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.